Leaving your family and friends to join ISIL is probably the most important decision you'll ever make. Since your very existence is at stake, it makes sense to reflect upon this decision from every possible angle. Before pledging your life to ISIL, and with an open mind, at least consider that the recruiters have an agenda that may or may not match God's plan for you. ISIL is at war with 60 countries and needs fresh recruits to replace the estimated 6,000 fighters lost in battle as of February 2015. Their message is tailored to attract young men whose lives might be similar to yours, especially if your life has stalled and many of your dreams seem out of reach. You feel hopeless and don't believe that much progress is possible, regardless of what you do. You don't have much money, status, or close friends. You aren't in a romantic relationship. You're estranged from your family and tired of rules. You pine for stability and escape from disorder. You feel trapped and have traveled little, and you're curious about other cultures. You've recently converted to Islam and are having moments of ecstasy. If you identify strongly with this description, you'll find it difficult to resist ISIL's appealing message. Before you trade the relative comfort and safety of the West for the war zone that has engulfed the Middle East, it's very important to know how and why you're making this decision. All successful recruiters know how to identify and satisfy human desires. They exaggerate the positive consequences of decisions and downplay the negatives. This is why you need to figure out what they aren't saying. These are the desires ISIL recruiters target in young men. Idealism, the desire for social justice, manifests itself in devotion to causes, volunteer work, and giving to charities. Honor, the desire to be loyal to one's parents and heritage, manifests itself in high character, morality, and principled behavior. Power, the desire to influence, manifests itself in leadership, achievement, and work. Order, the desire for organization, manifests itself in making rules, planning, and low tolerance for messiness. Status, the desire for social standing, manifests itself in a concern with reputation. Vengeance, the desire to get even, manifests itself in competitiveness and aggression. Curiosity, the desire for knowledge, manifests itself in truth-seeking and problem-solving. Independence, the desire for self-reliance, manifests itself in doing things one's own way and resisting advice from others. Some people are easily manipulated by others, while others stubbornly resist any influence at all. Romance, the desire for sex and beauty, manifests itself in courting and the pursuit of love. Social contact, the desire for companionship, manifests itself in socializing and the need for friendships. Family, the desire to raise one's own children, manifests itself in making child rearing and day-to-day time with one's family a priority. Look for references to these desires when examining recruiters' messages. Every desire they promise to fulfill brings you closer to yes. Consider the following pitch that contains 4 desires. Knowing young people are idealistic, recruiters claim ISIL's cause is honorable and that you will have an opportunity to demonstrate faith in the customary values of an orderly Islamic state referred to as a caliphate. In addition, you'll not only defend Islam, but wreak vengeance upon those who attack Muslims. If promised to be warmly welcomed and accepted into the ISIL family, especially if you are a European, Canadian, American, or Australian, ask, what will happen if I have a change of heart and decide to return home to my family? Hesitation, deflection, or an outright refusal to provide a clear answer likely confirms reports that many foreign fighters have been executed for doing this. If the recruiter praises your willingness to be your own man by independently rejecting Western decadence, ask, will I be able to choose how my personal talents will be used to support ISIL? Since ISIL is structured along military lines, will I have to follow orders without question, even if asked to do things that are against my conscience, such as beheading, crucifying, or burning alive enemies? Can I at least refuse to kill women, children, aid workers, refugees, journalists, and gays? Recruiters know young people naturally want more power and will promise to provide military hardware. Ask, will I have properly serviced weapons, plenty of ammunition, hearing protection, and enough training to learn to shoot straight? Or will I have to learn on the battlefield while under fire? Recruiters normally point out that being a soldier in a righteous cause is romantic and will attract the attention of young women. In fact, you'll likely be assigned a wife and be expected to begin a family as soon as possible to produce more soldiers. Ask, will I be able to choose my wife? After all, everyone knows there has to be some chemistry between people for marriages to be happy. Also ask, may I practice family planning, and how many children will I be expected to father? If I die in battle, how much life insurance will my wife receive per month? Speaking of families, yours will be frantic if you leave the country without notifying them of your intentions. At least tattoo your name, nation's flag, and social insurance number somewhere on your body. If the worst happens, someone will likely inform your loved ones of your fate and ultimate disposal of your remains. It's hard to heal from a terrible loss if a loved one's body remains missing forever. Writing a will, even one downloaded from the internet and witnessed, will help your family dispose of your possessions with fewer legal complications. Don't destroy your passport. If badly wounded in the eyes or groin, you'll have to at least try to return home for specialized medical treatment to avoid blindness or impotence. There are many ways to help refugees whose lives have been shredded by the civil war in Syria and Iraq. The following 8 organizations are just a few of many that would appreciate your support. These YouTube videos will help you make the most of your life. Practical dream weaving, scientific ways to make wishes come true, learning to flourish and endure in a challenging world, and what is the meaning of life 101.